Okay, so we are live, right? Okay, guys. Hello, everybody. I welcome you all to the live session of Great Learning YouTube channel, right? And I can see already everybody is joined and everybody is very excited to learn C programming, right? Okay, so this live session is basically on C programming for beginners, okay? So if you're in first year of engineering, second year of engineering, or just started to learn coding, not even doing your engineering, but in 10th standard or 12th standard, then this is the best session for you, right? So coming to what all things we are going to do in this live session, right? We will discuss that. But before that, I want you guys, I want my friends who are live watching this particular live session to please send a yes in the live chat so that I can get to know, you can see my screen, you can see my video, you can hear me properly, right? Just put a yes in the live chat. Okay, great. Till the time you guys are doing, what I can do is I can show you something which is of your benefit, right? So just have a look here what I'm doing. So this is Great Learning Academy, right? If you guys don't know what is Great Learning Academy, this is a free initiative by Great Learning which provides free courses, right? So if you scroll down, you will get free courses, right? You can see popular courses, newly launched courses, IT and software. If I click on IT and software, you will get data structure algorithm, Java programming, Python fundamentals. All these courses are for free. And many of you have already enrolled into it. You have got the certificates and you guys are doing well in your career. I am following some of them in LinkedIn. So perfect. Now what you guys also can do is you can enroll in this, solve some quiz questions and get the free certificate, right? Now, if you scroll down, we have something which is courses in Hindi as well. So if you click on it, you will get all the courses available in Hindi, right? And some are for 2 hours, some are for 3 hours, right? So all these things are available here. Just one second. I hope I'm getting some yeses, right? Okay, great. Pratik Chakrabarti, everybody can hear me, right? So you can increase your audio, Pratik. That will be great. Okay, now what else you can find in Great Learning Academy? So if you scroll down, you will get the career path and power ahead. Now what is this? See, if you want to become a software developer later on in your, you want to choose software developer as a career. So here we have the software developer card. You can click on it. When you click on it, you will get all the postgraduate programs, free courses, paid courses, everything is available in this particular card. If you want to become a data scientist, then this card. Like that, we have several other cards as well for different domains. So explore Great Learning Academy, see what all things are available. Here we have also the upcoming live session details. So as you can see, on Thursday, on Friday, we have some live sessions already scheduled. So please register for that as well, right? I have already got some yeses. So let's start our live session and get into the agenda. Many of you are saying, please Hindi. Okay, so this session is strictly on English, right? But sometimes I will be, using Hindi to make you explain in a more easier way. But full live session will be on English only, right? Okay, so let's start with the introduction, and you can see here the agenda is what all key takeaways you will get it from this live session. So if you're a beginner, a very fresher who is stepping into the world of coding, this is a live session for you. If you want to call your friends, call them upon and bring into this particular live session so that they can also get benefited out of it. Introduction, we will understand what is C programming language, what is the syntax of it, how do we write it, what is the each line indicates, right? Each of the line, what does it say about? Comments, tokens, what are variables? Not only these, but also we'll understand what are identifiers, what are keywords, all those things. User input, how to take a input from the user, how to output, that means how to print, all those things. Then we'll move into 4 important and very basic concepts which will be and must be asked in every interview of C developer, which is data type, string, math library and boolean. Okay. So not only these topics, but we'll also see some 9 to 10 programs, some very simple, easy programs basically I can say interview programs which will be asked in interviews, right, for freshers, for beginners. So those programming questions also we'll see. Let me just show you. As you can see, I have designed some of the C files here, right, that is having most of the interview preparation questions. So we'll be discussing about this and I'll be telling you how the program is actually working, right? So all these things will be there in this live session. So 1 second. Yes. Yes, also you can carry on with your all your doubts which you are putting in the live chat. I will be taking it up after every topic. Let's start from the introduction. So C is developed by Dennis Ritchie. Now some of you must be saying that what is this? We already know about it. We know who developed it, why developed it, and many of you must not be interested about the introduction, right? But that is not the thing. See, if you are learning something, you have to have the basic knowledge about it, not only practical but also theoretical. It can happen that an interviewer can ask you that who developed it. You know C programming language, that's fine, but who developed it? You should know the history about it, right? So these pointers are important no matter what. If you're feeling bored, then also these are important. But don't worry, just 10 minutes we are going to discuss about this, but later on everything is on practical. So let's start. Okay, so this is a robust low-level programming language. Now low-level programming language means, now understand this very clearly. See, if you are a human being, if you want to talk to any of your friends, relatives or anybody, right, we use one language which is English or Hindi or any other kind of language, right? Why? Because we both can understand it. If I have to communicate with computers or systems, obviously we can't use any such kind of normal languages like English, Hindi or Punjabi, any such kind of thing, right? Because system will not understand that. System understands only one language, which is machine language, right? And if you know, machine language is nothing but 0 and 1, correct? Now, when the machine is understanding 0 and 1, that means I have to talk to machine in this language, which is 0 and 1. But for a human being to understand 0 and 1 and to talk in this language, it's very, very tough. You can't actually do that. That is why we have low-level programming languages, which we also call it as programming languages, normal programming languages, okay? Now, to learn these programming languages, it's quite very easy for human beings. And we do that, and then we write some programs and we give it to the machine. Okay, now machine will not understand your programming language, but in between there's a translator. Okay, there's a translator who actually translates your code or your programming language code into machine language. If you know what I'm talking about, what is this translator, then please write it down in the live chat. Please put it down that what is this translator? What do we call this translator as? So if you know that, please put it in the live chat. I will call out some names who will give the right and correct answer. Okay, great. Till then, what we'll understand is, so programming language we have written, it gets translated into machine language. Machine then understands it and then it does the task. Easy? Not that easy. Now, in between and inside that many things happens, okay? So we are actually converting. Okay, great. So I'm getting some comments. Raghav, Jayachandran, very good. They have, okay, very good, perfect, fine. So you know the concept. Procedural language which follows the structure. So this is a procedural language. That means when you're writing a C programming language, it actually, oh my god, I'm getting a lot of reply of compiler. Perfect. I have a great audience here. So we have a procedural language, that means step-by-step execution. So every program, whatever you're writing in C, it follows a step-by-step execution. One line execute, then another line will execute, something like that. If you talk about Java, right, then Java is a object-oriented programming concept. That means line-by-line execution will not happen there. Flow of execution is different in such programming languages. But in C, we have procedural language, okay? Supports various operating systems. You can run C programming language in any operating system. Very good. I can see one more word which is said by Rajnikant Raj and Abdul Malik, which is interpreter. Very good. Now I have a next question for my live chat audience, which is what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Okay. Now who will tell me the difference between compiler and interpreter? I will be telling the names of them. So tell me what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? So many compilers are available for executing programs written in C programming language. Executable creation form a C programming two-step process, compilation, linking. The time you guys are giving me the answers, let me tell you what is the difference between compilation and linking. Compilation is when you are actually, not you, basically the system is converting your programming language into machine code. Linking is the linking of compiled program. So you have a set of programs which are compiled, and when you link them together, that is what is linking. And it's very important because if you're not linking, then your program execution will not happen simultaneously and not in a good speed. Okay, I am getting some answers. I will read that, don't worry. One second, give me. Okay, let's move ahead. C syntax. Okay, I can see Jordan has replied compiler line by line and interpreter as a whole. Great. But again, I can, there can be a more descriptive answer. Okay, everybody is writing the same thing. Okay, great. That the main difference is that only. Very good. Okay, various components in a C program. So C syntax follows by this. Now I have written only 4 lines, right? But there can be more lines of code, but these are the most common ones. Let's understand one by one what are these. So basically the first line is preprocessor directive. Now what it is, let's understand, okay, clearly. See, when you're writing a program, you will be using some of the things, right? Void main. Who told you that you have to write main here, right? So this is called a syntax. Okay, you have to follow the syntax to do the same. Printf, get ch, these are some methods which we use. Now who are telling me that we have to write this? Who is commanding me? Who is allowing me, right? So we have header files. Okay, now what are these header files? These header files are something like packages, okay, something like a folder. Inside this folder I have been given many things from C programming language, libraries, files, folders, many things have been given here, commands, keywords, many things. Now I can use these things to make my life easier if I am a C developer, right? So these things will actually help me to write a code in a very effective manner. Okay, now to use this box or to use this surprise package, I have to include it or I have to take permission from it. So the permission line is this: hash include studio.h. This is standard input output dot header file. So there are many header files. Okay, one of them is named as stdio.h. There are many others, math.h. Again, one more question for my live session, for my live chat audience. Can you name any other header files? Please name me 2 more. Okay, please name me 2 more. stdio.h, math.h. Do we have any other header files? Now, when I'm writing stdio.h, I have already taken the permission and I can use these box all details. So I can use void main, I can use printf, I can use getch, right? Okay, what is this void main? This is where the execution begins. Okay, that means this is my heart of the program. Like what our heart does, it actually pumps up the blood, right? That is why we are alive. So void main also does the same thing, and execution starts from here. Okay, we have the printf hello world, that is for printing, so it prints out hello world in the console. And then get ch, let me tell you what is get. Okay, I'm very good, perfect. So I'm getting a lot of okay, conio.h, graphic.h, very good. iostream.h, are you sure? Because I think you're getting confused between C++ and C. So guys, this is a C. live session, right? I have already got some more questions. Why do we use get ch and all? So get ch is get character. Okay. So basically this is used to, whenever we write a function, we end it by using get character, and we use it when we do void. Void is something which is not returning anything. So it doesn't return any value. Suppose instead of void, you are using here int. So int means integer, that means it should return a value. So then we can't use here get. We should here either return keyword or something else, right? We should return some value from this method. So we will discuss that later on in the programs, don't worry. Let's move to the next slide, which is comments. Okay, again one more question for my live chat. Can you tell me how do we represent comment? Just put that symbol in the live chat, that how do we actually put the comment. What is void main? Well, meaning of void. Void is a no return data type, guys. See, there are many data types, right? We have int, char, float, string. There are many data types. Void is a no return data type. Why do we use it? We use it to say to the system or to the compiler that this function or this method will not be returning anything. Okay, you're not going to get anything from that method. You're not going to fetch anything from that function. That is why we use void. So that is why in the main method also we do that, void main, right? Okay, now this particular void is used. Okay, very good. I'm getting already very nice. Yeah, some are doing wrong. Don't put those symbols. These are not 3 slashes. They're only 2 slashes for the comment. I'll come back to that. Okay, void is used in C, C++, Java, but now it is not used in many of the programming languages. So please don't get confused. Where void is used, where it is not used, you have to take care about that. What are comments? Comments are basically just an information. It's not a code, right? So whenever you write a program, you make sure that you are explaining what you are writing. Suppose that I have written a code. Okay, let's say that I have written this code, right? I have written this code, but I have not written these things, these double slash things, right? I have not written this, and I've just sent it to you. Will you be able to understand the code? Maybe if you know the C programming language, you will be able to understand. But if you're a fresher, you don't know what C programming language is, you won't be able to understand any of the line, right? So we write the comments to make sure to give the information about that particular line. Correct? So we get the information, you can understand it from your view, and compiler will also not complain that what you have written, because compiler is understanding that it's a comment, it's not a code. So comments are not treated as like a code. It's kind of a thing which is ignored by the compiler. It is used to make notes or giving informations. And this is what is single line comment, which my friends have already given. And then the multi-line comment, that means how you can actually comment a multi-line. I'll also tell you how to do it in a shortcut way. Let's say that I want to actually comment this whole code. The whole code I want to comment. So I can select it and then control slash. Control slash will make sure that the line which you have selected is getting commented at once, right? So this also you can do rather than typing slash star slash. It will take time, right? Okay, great, fine. So very good answer, Prateek, again. Let's move to the next. We have the comments. I have already told you, so I'm not going to show this. This is really very easy. You can stop the video here if you want to check it out, but let's move. Okay, now we have the tokens. Very important and very basic concept. Okay, let's understand what is this. There are so many things in tokens. We have identifiers, keywords, consonants, strings, operators, special symbols. Let's understand what are these. Identifiers, as the name suggests, to identify something. To identify you have a name, right? That is how you can be identified, right? That is how I am identified. Same way in programming languages, if you are putting a variable, right, then we give a name to this variable, correct? Let me give you an example so that I can explain you each and everything. See, suppose you are in your kitchen, right, and you can see in your kitchen that there are a lot of containers, right? There are a lot of boxes. and your mom keeps very different kind of items in all these boxes. Maybe in this box you have a garam masala, maybe in this one you have turmeric powder, maybe in this one you have mirch masala, right? Now to identify which one is which, Indians mom are smart. They don't need to label this, right? By looking at the box, they can identify which masala is what, correct? But let's assume that your mom is putting a label in all of these boxes, all of these small boxes. She's putting a label. Let's say that this one is garam masala, this one is turmeric powder, this one is mirch masala, so that she can easily identify, and you can also easily identify that which masala is what, correct? Now these are nothing but called as variables, which I am naming here. These names are variables. Why these are called as names? Why these are called as variables? Because these are the names by which the box is identified, correct? And these are the identifier also. So all the variable names are identifier, all the method names are identifier, all the constants are identifier. Whenever you are naming something, it's an identifier. Okay, perfect. Let's come to variable. We have understood what is variable, and inside that whatever we keep is the value, right? Now let's take an example. Let's say you have a container inside which you have a garam masala, that is the variable name, and inside which we have a value which is the garam masala itself, right? But suppose that at the moment after 2 months this box is empty, your masala got over, right? What your mom will do, your mom will put another packet of garam masala inside this box, right? So that means the values which variable holds is temporary. You can change it later on by whatever other value you want. If you have understood this, then give me a thumbs up, or just write garam masala in the chat. Okay, perfect. Now let's move to the next one, which is keywords. Very important and very useful one. What is keyword? Now remember that I showed you one very small coding, right? Coding snippet where it was written void, main, get ch, it was written printf. These are called as keywords because these are something which is not defined by me. It was told by the C language. I have got one garam masala. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so that is what is my keyword. Now, to give you an example, why alphabets are called as alphabet? Why nothing else? Why a horse is called as a horse? Because that is what is taught to us, right? The same way in C programming languages, we have also keywords, and that is how it should be used. Okay, that is how it should be used. You know that in English language we have a convention, right? That after full stop there should be a capital letter. We should start a word by a capital letter, right? That's a convention. In programming languages also we have conventions. Keywords are, however it is written, the same way you have to write. You can't write the main method as capital M. No, you have to write in the same manner. Constants. Somebody asked me what is constant. Constant is something which value cannot be changed. See, I told you this example. Do you remember this one? I told you that if after 2 months garam masala box is empty, right? Then your mom will put a new packet inside it, correct? This is temporary. That means these are some of the variables which can be changed. The value can be changed. But suppose you have a container, okay? You have a container and the value inside it is constant. Let's say a water bottle. A water bottle will always have water inside it, right? Correct? You can't put masala inside a water bottle, correct? So the value of this particular box or the container will be constant. You can't change it. You cannot change it. You have to always have a filled water bottle, right? So that is what is constant, whose values cannot change. String, a sequence of character, maybe my name. If I write my name RITWIK, then this is together a string, but separately it's all a sequence of character. R is a character, I is a character, T is a character, W is a character, I is a character, K is a character, right? Okay, perfect. Operators. You must be knowing what is operator. I don't have to explain this. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, There are a lot of operators used in coding languages as well. Okay, there are more, but I'm not going to discuss it right now because I have written already some programs. So in that program I'm going to tell you what are the different kind of operators. Special symbols, if you remember, when I was writing preprocessor directive, I used this hash include stdio.h, right? Now what is this hash? Now this is a preprocessor directive symbol. So whenever you are including the header files, we use these symbols. And there are a lot of symbols. If you learn programming languages, there are annotations, there are comments, there are a lot of symbols which is used in various kind of programming languages, and that is what is special symbols. Moving to variables, I don't think I need to give an explanation here. You already have understood various kind of masalas example I have taken, and I think you can easily understand what is variable. So it is used as a memory difference whose value changes during execution and makes memory handling easy, make use or reuse of same memory location for storing different values, right? This is one particular point which is very important. I have explained you this already. Makes referencing of values easier. What is referencing? Means if your mom is saying that, hey son, can you please bring me garam masala box? So you know that which one is garam masala box, right? That is what is referencing. You are referencing to that box because garam masala is the word which you are using there. So this is how we declare it. How can we do that? Data type, let's say I'm using int. Variable name, let's say I'm giving num. That is what is declaration. How can I do initialization? Very simple. What is this semicolon? Again, very good question for my live chat people. Please tell me what is the name of this symbol. Okay, why do we use and what is the name of it? Just write it in the live chat. Sir, I joined lately. Can you please repeat for me? Here on my sir commenting. And it's horrible here on my side. No problem. I have just covered the basics of C language, like what is the syntax and what are identifiers, keywords, variables. I have taken a great example of variable. Then I explained people about commenting. Okay, if you are late, no problem. This video will be there in the YouTube channel of Great Learning in the video section. You can watch it again. There's no problem in that, right? Or else you can go back and you can again watch it, right? Okay, so this is how we write a variable. Please have a look. I'm already getting the answer, which is semicolon. Please don't say semicolon. You are and you will become a professional, right? So semicolon is not what we say in C programming language. That is called as termination symbol, right? Which is used for a purpose of ending the statement. So it is called as termination symbol. Never say it's a semicolon. We all know, the whole world knows that it's a semicolon. But what do we call it in programming language? That's what matters. Okay, we have an example here, int a equal to 10, double b equal to 20. See, declaration and initialization both is happening here. Declaration and initialization both is happening here. If you look at this blue color things, these are the data type. Okay, so the green ones are nothing but the values. The symbol is the termination symbol. Equal to is assignment operator. Don't say the interviewer that this is equal to. No, it has a name, assignment operator. Why do we call it as assignment operator? Because the value is getting assigned to that particular variable. That is why it is assignment operator. A and B, what are they? Can you please put it down in the chat and tell me what is A and B? I have already explained you this. Think in this manner. Think this particular line in this manner and then tell me what is A and B called as. Hindi mein batao sir. I can't do that. We have to put it in English only, but in Hindi let me explain in a very easy manner. यहाँ पे जो int और double है वो data types हैं. उसके बाद हमने यहाँ पे A और B लिखा है. जो मैंने आपको पूछा है कि वो क्या है आप बता सकते हो, क्योंकि आपने वीडियो देखा तो आपको पता होगा क्या है वो. उसके बाद equal to and then 10 20.0, that is nothing but the values. So I already got an answer, variables, and yes, in Hindi you won't be taking the interview, so make sure you are good in English. Okay, now here So we have the program, right? Have a look what I have written. I have added some header files. I have the main method, int a equal to 10, b equal to 20.0. Somebody must be asking me that what is double? Double is a data type which accepts the decimal values, or you can see the fraction values, right? Now we have also one more data type which is float. Float accepts a smaller decimal value, double accepts a larger decimal value. Now you will answer me, you have written 20.0 which is smaller decimal value, then why I am putting double here? That's your choice. You can put float, you can put double, that's all upon you. It will not give an error. Now I have written here in the printf statement, this is very important, please have a look what is this printf. Okay, now percentage d is something which is in indication that here digit will be coming up. Okay, so after comma you can see a, this will go here, this b will go into this percentage, this a plus b will go into this percentage. That is how we write printf statement in C programming language. What is d? A digit. What is lf? Long float. Long float means, that means the decimal values will be kept here. So in the output I am going to get the double quoted thing. Where is the double quoted thing? This part, not the black thing, okay, the brown part. So I'll get a value. What is the a value? 10. Then I'll get 20.0 and then I'll get equal to 30.0. This is what I'm going to get in my console, in my output. See, now I'm printing return 0. Can you see why I'm doing return 0? I'm returning some value. I have written int here, I have not written void. Now you must have got what is the difference between void and int, right? Great. Okay, I have a great audience. Thank you so much guys for replying. Let me take some questions. Let's see what it is. सर मैं पढ़ा लिखा नहीं हूँ, 10th तक पढ़ा हूँ, क्या मैं कोडिंग सीख सकता हूँ? Obviously Ankit, that's not a big deal. There are many people who, you know, doesn't have a degree, an engineering degree, but still they are doing jobs. So don't worry about that. Start learning, start understanding what are these things, why do we do it, what is the reason behind it. And if you have a fond of writing these programs, working with softwares, working with programming languages, then nobody can stop you, right? So start doing it. Why we use return 0, I have already explained. What's int main? That is the starting of the program, just like a ignition, right? Every bike needs a kickoff, right? So in C programming language, that's our kickoff. So we do it with int main. If you don't write int main, it will not going to execute. And if your int main is empty, your program will compile, but it's not going to do anything. Okay, user input and output. How do we actually get the input from user? See, in the previous program, it was printing in the console. That is nothing but output. But what if a user wants to input something? Let me show you one program. Can you see here what is happening? I have written int main. Then I've written a variable. This is a variable. Let me put up the variable comment. I don't know if I can increase the font. Let me see. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. So printf enter an integer. This is what will get printed. And then we have scanf. Now understand what is this line scanf. Printf, that means print format. Scanf means scan format. So it will scan whatever user will input, right? So whatever value user will input, that is what will get scanned. Okay, how do we use this scan? We use ampersand. Ampersand will make sure that that particular value is getting recorded by the user. So inside this number variable, suppose user is putting 56. So this will go inside number. Okay, why I am putting 56? Because I have written percentage d and that is digit. If I do 56.0, then it will not get stored. So you entered number. So it will print you entered 56. Let's execute this, right? Now I'll tell you what I'm working on. So see, where I have written the program, this is dev C++, which is nothing but a IDE, an integrated development environment where you can actually write C programs and you can run it. Okay, many developers do use it for their own software development projects also. So I'm going to execute. Now you can see compile, run, and then there's third one which is compile and run. So if you do only compile, it will just give you whether the errors are there or not, what are the warnings, those things. If you do compile and run, both the things will happen simultaneously and you're getting this. So it is asking me, can you see it is blinking here? A text kind of thing is blinking. So it's asking me to put a value. Let me put 56. If I hit enter, it is printing you entered 56. So this 56, it's getting stored in the number variable. Why? Because you can see I've used number variable and it is printing the number variable value. Easy, very simple. So for user input, we use scan. So printf in scanf we have understood. We have two more, which is getChar and putChar. So if you want to get the character, put the character, we use this. Gets and puts also we use for a string. Okay, but these two is a later concept. Right now you have understood printf and scanf. Okay, for integer we use %d, for float we use %f, for long float you have already seen lf, long float also you can do. %c is character and %s is string, right? Okay, I'm just going to stop my particular live session here, right? So you can see this particular block, something is created here, and now I'm going to just take the chat and I'm going to see if I can get a very good question and I can answer that. After C, oops concepts is hard, the Indian critic. Okay, I don't know your exact name, but I suggest you that if you're finding oops concept to be hard, it's not. See, in my engineering time also, I felt that oops concept is hard, but it is not, right? You just have to start, and if suppose you're not being able to do it on your own, watch some YouTube videos. I have also come up with the YouTube tutorials on Java. Check it out, see how I have explained oops concept. The better example, the better you will understand what is oops concept. So I'll quickly tell you, Indian critic, please go ahead and watch those videos. You will be able to understand oops concept. It is not hard, and you have to learn oops concept if you want to become a full stack developer or you want to become a developer, because all the languages which is upcoming are using that paradigm, which is oops concept. So you have to understand that. What is hash include? Hash include is a preprocessor directive which we use to include the header files in my program. If we don't include the header files in my program, then I won't be using the keyword. I won't be allowed to use the keywords. To use the keywords, we have to include the header files. Correct? What is the difference between A++ and ++a? Nandini, Nandi, Raju. So basically you are talking about increment operator, right? Now A++ and ++a, these are two different things. Let me tell you what are these. So basically in increment we have something called as pre-increment and we have something called as post-increment. Pre-increment is ++a and post is A++. Okay, let's say that I'm writing a equal to 10, right? If you're doing ++a, there are two things. First of all, you have to increment the value by a 1 and then you have to print. So if a value is 10, I have to increment first. So what will be the value then? It will be 11, and then I have to print it. So 11 will be printed. Correct? But in the same manner, if you talk about post increment, what happens? First you have to print and then you have to increment. So if I have the value 10, A++ will print it first. So it will print 10 and later on it will increment it to 11. That is what is the difference. Okay, you can practice it using dev C++, write a program, see how this A++ and ++a is working. You'll be able to understand, but I think you must have understood by this example. If you want to note that particular thing down, you can note it down. Which language to learn first as a beginner? Saurav Thakur, if you're not interested to learn C and C++, directly go and jump into Python. It's a very simple language you can understand in a very normal way. You don't have to have a previous knowledge or prerequisite knowledge on C++. You can directly go ahead and learn about Python. That will be a great thing. But if you have already know C programming language, go ahead and learn Java. Sir, I think I'm going to need your contact number to clear my doubts since I am unable to understand it for multiple reasons. Okay. कितने दिन में सी प्रोग्रामिंग सीख सकते हैं? Okay, so this is all dependent on you. See, I know already C programming language, so and what time I took was nothing but my engineering period. So in my engineering college, this C programming language was there, and that is how I actually built an whole concept around it. But normally, if you say you will need around, because you're a beginner, you don't have any experience in coding, you will need around to 25 to 30 days, right? Around 1 month. So because you're a beginner, but later on when you will jump into C++, that will not even take 10 to 15 days. Java again will not take 15 to 20 days. Python will not even take 10 days. Okay, so starting C language will take some time, but later on all the programming languages are similar, so it's not gonna take time for you. At present, which is the best language for job opportunities? Python. Python is the best one. Okay, let me move to the programming sections and let me complete the data type, right? Because programming I have done it for you, so I want you to see all those programs because those are mostly as in interviews. So primitive type, we have these data types. We have Boolean. If you don't know what is Boolean, okay, let me ask you in the live chat, put it down. What are the Boolean values? What do we have it in Boolean? Please put it in the live chat. Characters are nothing but A, B, C, D till Z. Integers are numbers, right? Values like 1, 2, 3, 4, those. Floating point are decimal values, 4.2, 5.3. Double are long floating point values. Mean to say 4.6358, 7.8967. Some long decimal values. Valueless or void. Don't consider this as valueless. Void is a data type. Void is a no return data type which doesn't return anything. So it doesn't have any value. What is this derived? Derived means those data types which are derived from primitive. Array. Array contains a list of numbers. See, a variable is something which holds only one value, but array is something which holds multiple values. Okay, so this is also derived from integer, so it will be a derived one. References, pointer, these all are derived data types. User defined, we have user defined, that means which we can define. So we can define structure. Very good, I'm getting true and false. Thank you Jugal, thank you Manju, thank you Chandani. 0 and 1 is also correct, but in Boolean we state it as true and false. So 0 and 1 you can term it as Boolean, but those are actually the values of true and false. Okay, thank you Iram, thank you Jordan, perfect. So structure, union and enum are some of the user defined data types. These are later topics. First understand the basics itself. Okay, quickly, can you please solve this program for me and give me the output of this particular program? Let me tell you what is happening. I have taken 4 variables, int, float, double, char, and I have used a method here, size of. Can you see? Size of is nothing but which will tell the size of your variable, how much size this variable of is. Okay, so quickly, can you guys please tell me what will be the answer of this? सर हमें कोडिंग नहीं आती है तो हम आगे क्या कर सकते हैं? ओके, संस्कृति घोरी, अगर आपको कोडिंग नहीं आती है, अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है उस चीज़ में, तो आप अपना इंटरेस्ट खोजिए कि वेयर यू आर, in which particular thing you are good at, right? There is nothing like you have to be into coding. It's all upon your interest, correct? So go ahead and find your interest where you have in which thing you are interested in. 4 byte, 8 byte, 16 byte and 1 byte. Okay, great. Okay, is it 1 byte or is it 1 bit? size of char? Okay, very good, perfect. I'm getting a lot of answers. Perfect. So yes, you guys are correct. Int will give me 2 or 4 bytes, right? Float will give me 4, double will give me 8, and char will give me 1 byte. Okay, char will give me 1 byte. Now next question is, can you guys please give me an answer of boolean? How much is the size of a boolean? Quickly put it in the live chat and tell me what is the size of boolean. Strings. So concatenation is something which is very important. See, if I want to add two numbers, I use 5 plus 10 and I'll get 15, right? Now if I have to do something like this, let's say I am doing something like this. So this is an integer. This is an integer and this is a string, and I want to add this. Can I add it? No, right? I can't add this, but it will act as an concatenation. So as you can see, this is what is concatenation. It will join the two things. So this is how it will appear. So you can actually concatenate two strings, right? You can't concatenate two numbers or two integers, because plus sign either will work as addition or it will work as concatenation. So it will work as addition when you are adding two numbers, but it will, okay guys, boolean is of 1 bit, not byte. Okay, 1 bit. Either it can be 0 or 1, right? So that is 1 bit. And if you guys don't know what is byte and bit, quickly go and learn about it. Okay, there is a difference between byte and bit. Don't, okay, everybody is answering 1 byte. Guys, boolean is having the value of 1 bit. I think Ganesh has given me the correct answer. Okay, great. Nobody else. Fine, no problem. This is 1 bit. Okay, now so you can see this is what is concatenation. And if you want me to give an explanation of bit and byte, let me provide it to you. See, 0 or 1, this is 1 bit. Okay, if you're writing it like this, right, this is what is 4 bit, right? And if suppose I have added 4 more, so this is what is 8 bit, right? And 8 bit is nothing but equal to 1 byte. Okay, so 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. If you're only talking about this one, then that is 1 bit, and that is what is the boolean. So understand this logic. Okay, I have again a question. This is on string methods. I have some methods here: strlen, strcat, strcmp, strlwr, strupr, strcpy. strlen will give you the length of this string. strcat will concatenate to string. It will compare to string. This will convert your string into lowercase. This will convert your string into uppercase, and this will copy one string into another string. Very easy to work with string methods. You can use this code and put it in your dev C++. Try to run this. Give some string values. You can see I am using here get string. That is why I am using getS. Remember, one slide was there, puts and gets, right? That is what I am using here. Math library, again you can see I am using the math.h to use the math library. I have some of the methods: sqrt, which is square root, power, sine, absolute, floor, square root again, and then power. These are the methods of the math. There are a lot more, but these are most basic ones, and that is how this particular program will work. How it will work? sqrt-a. So sqrt-a will make sure that you are squaring this particular 100, or you are giving the square root of this particular 100 value. Again, the same way these all things will work: sine value, absolute value, all these things. Boolean having two values, true and false. Everybody is confused between 1 byte and 8 bit, but everybody is writing the correct thing. 1 byte equal to 8 bit. Perfect, very good. You guys are super. Let's understand Boolean. I think you guys already know about this. Don't have to again explain. Let me show you this program. Watch this program and tell me the output of this, right? Next, I'm going to move to the dev C++, and for 10 minutes I'll be there only. I'll be explaining you all the programs, right? So quickly give me an answer of this. Sir, I'm a beginner, please help. Dibakar Padhi, please tell me how can I help you. uh, the only way how I can help you is by telling you go to Great Learning Academy, enroll into some courses, l- increase your knowledge, learn about those programming languages, and get a job, right? Otherwise, watch my live sessions, learn something, do practical with me, and good to go. Okay, perfect. Quickly give me an answer of this. And let's move to, okay, let me see what will be the answer of this. Okay, okay, fine. Let's move to this one. We have the first program, which is print integer, and I have already explained you how to get the integer. How to get the integer. Hey, hi, welcome Raghav Origami. Good to know that you're in 7th class and you're watching this live session. It's a great time to actually learn programming languages. Very good. Okay, so next program is adding integers. So as you can see, I've taken three variables, number one, number two, and sum, right? I am actually requesting the user to input two integers, so number one and number two. As you can see, I'm using %d for number one, %d for number two. That is nothing but a digit. Then I am calculating the sum. So already I have declared the variable, and here I'm initializing it by writing the formula. For addition formula, we have to use number one plus number two. That is what I'm doing. And then I'm just printing those things using %d only. I'm not using any advanced stuff. So let me execute this and let's see what happens. So it is telling me to enter two integers. Let's say that I'm putting 20 and 35. Hitting enter will give me 20 plus 35 equal to 55. How is it writing 20 plus 35 equal to 55? Because this is what I've written here. Can you see? This is what is making sure that the presentation is like this. Moving to ASCII program, right? So you can see here what will happen. See, every particular letter is having a ASCII value. What is ASCII value? American Standard Code Exchange for blah blah, some international, some standard, something like this. Basically these are the table which is used by machines to understand that which particular letter is having which number, or which hexadecimal value or boolean value or binary value, right? So here is the printing statement. Enter a character. User will print a character, let's say A, B or C, and ASCII value will give me the ASCII value of it. So you can see %C. This is what is your ASCII character value. That means character, that means A, B or C. So let me write how it will appear. So ASCII, this is what will be the output. ASCII value of, let's say A. So A equal to 97. Why 97? Because there is a D. %d means digit. So for that character value, what is the digit? That is what will appear here. Let me execute this. So let's say I'm putting A, you're getting 97. Can you see? So this is what is the ASCII value for that particular character value. Vowel or consonant. So this program is basically, if I execute, you can see it is asking me enter an alphabet. Let's say I'm putting A. When I'm hitting enter, it says A is a vowel, right? If I execute it again and if I say just like, you know, T, so T is a consonant. So it detects whether the character value which you are giving is a consonant or a vowel. So as you can see here, enter an alphabet, the character, whatever you want to put, and it will actually use these things. Okay, so what are the operators here? Let me tell you. So C is a variable in which your input will come. So let's say C equal to what value I'm giving. Let's say A I'm giving, right? So inside C, A came. Now this particular condition, what is happening here? Let me tell you. C double equal to A. Double equal to means comparison. So inside C, whatever is there, is it matching with A? Yes, it is matching with A, right? I also have A and here also it is A. So it is matching, correct? Now once it is matching, then that value will go inside lowercase vowel That means it's a true, right? It's a true, so it will print A is a vowel. Similarly, we have A, E, I, O, U here, and similarly we have capital A, E, I, O here. If any of these are matching, then it will print it's a vowel. Otherwise, it will print it's a consonant. That is why we have written here, if lowercase vowel or uppercase vowel, then those letters are vowel. Otherwise, the other letters are consonant. Coming to the next program, we have greatest 3. So we are going to understand that if we have 3 numbers, let's say that I am giving the 3 numbers as 10, 20 and 30. Then how can I find that which one is the largest? Because I am a human being, looking at this particular statement, I can say that 30 is the largest. But how a computer will get to know? Computer needs logic, and this is what is the logic. So try to understand what all things I am using here. See, in vowels and consonant, I used here OR operator. Okay, what is OR operator saying? OR operator is saying that either of the value will give the result. So if either of the value is true, will give the result as true. So that is what happened, right? When this was true, my whole statement become true, right? That is what is the power of OR operator. But when you go to this program, we are using AND operator, right? So what does this do? Both the condition should and must be true. Then only the result will be true. So here we don't have an either condition. Here we have a must condition. That means both the conditions should be true, then only the execution will happen. So n1 is greater than equal to n2. That means 10 is greater than equal to n2. It is false. Leave this. Don't even look about it. Leave this line because our first condition is itself false, right? Moving to the next one, we have n2 is greater than equal to n1. So n2 is greater than equal to n1. That is correct. So it is true. But we have to also check the second condition because we have an AND operator, not an OR. So n2 is greater than equal to n3. n2 is 20 is greater than, no. So this is false. So we are going to delete this. Let's move to the next one. n3 is greater than n1. Good. n3 is greater than equal to n2. That is also good. That means this will be the output. Right? So we are putting out what? We are putting out 30 is the largest number. So if I execute this, you can see here, let's say that I'm putting 20, 10, 20, 30. So 30 point double. Why is it giving 30.00? As you can see here, 30.00 0.2f. Can you see this? So that is what is 0.2f. That means 2 decimal point should be there in the output. So 2 decimal points are there in the output, right? Let me see some questions. So which course should I take in Great Learning Academy first? Take Python, right? If you want to start off with Python, take that. Or otherwise you can also watch some video tutorials in YouTube which we have for Python. You can take that. You can start with HTML or CSS if you don't know about it. We have a very good content on HTML, CSS. We are getting a lot of very good responses in that. So you can try that. I hope you will learn more from that video. It's difficult to see, okay? I actually tried to, doesn't make sense, right? Just tell me if you can see this, if this is a better view. I know it's very small. I was trying to figure it out how to make it bigger. Still, but just tell me if you can see it, or otherwise can you make, okay, great, perfect. Factorial.c. Now what is this factorial? See, in your mathematics you must have heard about factorial. Let's say we have 5 factorial. So it's nothing but 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, we multiplied all the previous numbers together. So how to do this? What you're doing actually, 5 into 4 into 3, that means 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, and all those results you are multiplying. Same thing we do here. So we use a concept of for loop. Okay, now see, variety of programs I've given here so that you can understand all the things. So first we use the print integer, in which we have used scanf. Then add integer, we have used plus sign. ASCII, we have used %c. Vowel or consonant, we have used or operator. Greatest tree, we have used and operator. Factorial, we are using for loop. So what is for loop? It's a loop. It goes on till the condition is false. So I equal to 1, 1 is less than equal to n. What is n? User will be giving. So let's say user is giving 5. 1 is less than equal to 5, that is true. So it will come down. Now what is this? Can you see the operator star equal to? This means fact equal to fact into I, right? So this is what my particular statement is saying. So fact into I, that means fact, you can see what is the value? 1. So 1 into 1 will give me 1 and fact will be 1, right? Again this loop will work. So I will get incremented. One friend of mine asked me what is increment operator. I've explained you this. So I will become 2 because it was earlier 1. So now it is 2. 2 is less than equal to 5. That is also correct. It will come down. Then this will go on. So right now fact is 1. 1 into 2 is 2. So we got 1 into 2. In the third loop it will be 3, 4, 5. And once it comes to 5 less than equal to 5, it will work. 6 less than equal to 5, it will not work and it will get printed. What will print? It will print the value of this, which I think will be 120 if I'm not wrong, right? So this is what is the code for factorial. If you have not understood this, don't worry, watch some tutorials on our channel, watch how we have explained this. And also you can see I have several other programs, but we don't have time and I want to give it to you as an assignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on these programs, and what you can do is you can stop the video at that particular moment, see the program, try to do it in your dev C++ and run it. Don't watch the explanation, try to understand it in your manner how this is working. If you will apply your own knowledge, you will be able to understand in a more better way. Do that. Again, Fibonacci series, this is 0, 1, then 0 plus 1, 1, then 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, and it goes on. That is what is a series. Let me write it here. Right, it goes on. Similarly, we have a reverse program, how to do the reverse of a number. We have a power program, how to do the power. And we have a prime, palindrome, Armstrong. These are very famous and very easy and mostly asked interview questions in C developer position. Thank you so much for joining the live session. I will meet you really soon.